So today I'm gonna walk you around the garden, show you what's growing, show you what I've been working on, and the importance of preparing your plants to be planted. As you can tell, I have a lot of plants outside with me, and it is planting time for me. May 25th is normally when I can start planting everything, but I can't. The nights are way too cold, so that means morning and night. Every single tray that you see here on the other table, also I have another table behind me, I bring them morning and night, and I just make sure that it's 10 degrees outside for my tomatoes, flowers, and squash, and then when it's 15 I bring my peppers outside. Why is it so important to do this transitioning process for your plants? I did do another video years prior, but I wanted to refresh just in case you missed it. So you can't just take a plant from your grow room and bring it outside and plant it. It's going to go through a transplanting shock. It's one, it might burn and die. Two, it might get stunned and take forever to recuperate, and then you'll lose time, precious food, and that's not what we want. So this is what I do. I prepare my plants in sections. I would love to have different tables set up, but this is what I have. So I have this covered deck that in the morning, the first 4 trays have a little bit of sunlight, like tiny bit morning sunlight, but technically all of this has no sunlight. And I also have a table here, same thing. So I take out everything that was not exposed to the elements and I bring them on these tables. Once they've spent a couple of days here, they will go to my other table on that side, which is where my tomatoes are right now, because they are almost at the time where they graduate to do at least 1 or 2 nights outside. But I lack space for the time, so once they've been through here, they're gonna go there and they're gonna be exposed to the afternoon sun, which is I think around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, no, sorry, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then they spend a couple of days there, and then they're gonna go down my stairs on another table where they're gonna be exposed to most of the day of the sun. So what you want is you want to gradually expose them to more and more sun every day. So let's just say you don't have the setup I have. Let's start like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, bring them outside, do that for 1 or 2 days, and then the day after that, bring them outside an hour earlier, and then the day after that, an hour earlier, day after that, an hour earlier. But the most important thing is that they are exposed to as much as elements as possible. Not like crazy harsh winds, but like the regular elements. Misty rain, I leave my tomatoes outside so that they can benefit from the fertilizer of the rain. Once that is done and it is exposed to most of the day of the sun, I make sure to graduate them where they spend at least 1 night outside. I push it to 2 nights. So that's the transitioning. You want to expose them slowly to get them adapted to that. When they get transplanted, they're mostly used to all of the elements, and then you'll have a better overall healthy plant. So this is why it's so important that you practice this transitioning with your plants. Now I want to show you a little bit of what's going on in the garden. Not everything is ready. I did prepare 2 raised beds yesterday from recycled things I had here on the homestead, and it was already beds that were established last year, but I just added a little bit of like that raise so that 1, my kids don't step in it, 2, my husband see that there's actually stuff planted there and my son Philip passes the weed eater and he just like everything. So bless his soul, he helps me out on the homestead, but sometimes he kills some of my plants. So that's why I did raised beds. But I want to show you that you can create raised beds with like stuff that you have laying around the house or that you find on the curb. Let me take you around for a garden tour. Well, garden tour. So last year here I had potatoes going on. So I'll be planting peas and beans. So to make this happen, in the compost I have received last year, there was big rocks, like humongous rocks like this. So I'm utilizing them. I used some bricks that came with the property, and I'm also using cedar post to make the side of the garden beds. And then at the end of the garden beds, I had some flower boxes lay around the house, the land. I didn't know what to do with them, so I just decided to use them to mark the end of the garden bed. So I passed the broad fork, which is a soft way of bringing up the soil, amended the soil, and between the rows here, I was supposed to put wood chip, but what I'll do is I'm looking for concrete slabs 18 inches by 18 inches. If I can't find those, I'm gonna do like, I have the tree that fell about on April 5th. I'm gonna do like round discs. I'm gonna put that here and put some wood chips, and it's gonna create path. If I can't do that, if I can't find the stone, I'll do that, or I'll do both to add more beauty and to stop some of the weeds. Now in the in-ground garden, lots of stuff's growing here with the weeds. So my first row is onions, my second row is beets, interplanted with beans, and then I have 3 rows of onions again, and then after that is 2 rows of peas, 1 row of mixed lettuce and celery. Lots of weeds, still need to come here and do everything. And then I have a row of beans and another row of lettuce again, rows of peas, bok choy, all that garlic. And then on the other side I have some kohlrabi, some yellow beets, some celery, another row of bush beans, another row of onions, weeds that I need to take care of, greens, so spinach, kale, Swiss chard. That's my row of carrots. It's horrible, I need to take care of it. And then a row of radish and beans. And in there in the back is what I'm planning to do a food forest. So here I have a humongous comfrey plant that I bought at the convention last year. I need to come harvest some of the leaves. Some chocolate mint. I love chocolate mint. I can't wait to go buy frozen mango and do mango sorbet with this. And then I tried to save a hyssop plant that was somewhere else. It's looking sickly. I have some parsley here, and I saved some flowers. So that's my parsley. I saved some flowers on another garden bed. I don't know if they're going to do anything. The buckets this year are for potatoes. I'm not doing potatoes in ground anymore, at least not this year. So I have 5 buckets of potatoes. Two of them is from potatoes I had harvested when I was broad forking the garden this year. They were sprouting, and 3 of them are from Yukon Gold. Here I have some peas, some celery, some cauliflower, cabbages, some peas, shelling peas on the trellis. These are mammoth peas. Not sure what they'll do, but I just told her huge. Then I have some of my Brussels sprouts. Here, the rest is not planted. I have like a row of beans here. What else? Another row of bean here, bush beans. Oh, I have this one. So these are all the rest of my cabbages, brassica family. I'm interplanting it with celery because I read that the scent of the celery is helping out with deterring pests because I'm not able to buy my netting this year. And lastly, I added some grow bags because I cannot build my last raised bed. Then here, next to this humongous Baffin Rose plant, is my Chinese cabbages, some celeries, and loads of weeds. Loads of weeds. In the tunnel, most of the stuff will come out probably in the next 2 weeks. So I have a lot of greens mixed in here, some of it going to seed. I have to come harvest my dill, lettuce, some Asian greens. Okay. So these are pak choi right there, green onions, cilantro, radishes. I'm gonna harvest them also soon. Some Swiss chard, some fennel. I do have a lot of plants here that needs a lot of watering. But that's what's going on. I did harvest a lot of food from this row during the winter. Winter, early spring. We have like a salad every couple days. And now that it's going to seed, I can't wait that the second planting of salad, I will be able to eat it. So I thank you for passing by the homestead today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.